And so it was the people came to Boomtown in their thousands, desperate to escape the mundane world of control and commerce which surrounded them in their everyday lives.
Oh yeah, my son a boomsa. Oh yeah.
The new regime of Comrade Jose threw open its gates and welcomed all into the Palace of Wonders. Risen from the ashes of the old order, gleaming, resplendent, a beacon of hope that burned new colors across the night sky. And how we danced into the morning light, our hearts aflame with new meaning, our souls on fire with the desire for change, minds alive, daring to dream of more, that together we could build a new world from the ruins of the old.
Boomtown. Me say 1, 2, 3. Them jump and sound they in a worry, like a ABC. Them bound and they shouldn't test. We play 45, we play the play. We have the people them tearing down the game. My song you should never underrate. Hear that sound wide and be straight. We are teach the people love and never show them pure age. You are carbon, I originate.
But all was not well in this heady wonderland, for we only see what they want us to see. Behind the scenes, the 1% still dictate the terms upon which we are so willingly enslaved. For not so much has changed since the time of the Pharaoh. Discontent gnawed at the hearts of the people. Dissent, at first a whisper, became a shout, and then a scream, and eventually a battle cry. No one will save us from tyranny. No one will come to our rescue. We must save ourselves.
Powerful men in hip hop, we don't see.
Oh yeah,
They don't have mics.
Right.
They ain't got to go on stage and clown and, you know, buck dance. They don't.
Well, you could say he's the most powerful face that they're using. Like he's the ultimate to where
Exactly.
he does what they tell him to do.
That's the same thing with Barack Obama. I mean, he's the most powerful face, and this man, Zbigniew Brzezinski, made that very clear.
It's not Barack though, it's Barry. I don't know.
True.
Barack. I know Barry.
But the Grand Chessboard explains it. Zbigniew Brzezinski. Y'all probably never heard of this dude. He's probably 80 years old. But if you just put his name in the search engine, Zbigniew Brzezinski, the Grand Chessboard, you understand what I'm saying? You'll be surprised at the money that was put up to make sure Barry, thank you, was selected before he was elected. That's all I got to say on that.
So let me ask you this about the house situation with your house getting burnt down. Do you think the Illuminati has something to do with that, to try to send you a message to try to quiet you, or?
Well, this is something I've never really said on film. I've said it on film, but I had that particular tape locked away in my safe behind my desk, and no one has ever heard me say this. But I think it's time that we kind of get this out in the open. That you know, on the Occult Science Radio interview and World Star and some other interviews that I've done, I've actually talked about the blood and the human sacrifice. Well, I'm gonna look right in the camera and say this. I was supposed to be that blood human sacrifice for Public Enemy, but I survived it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And since I survived it and I'm talking about it now it's imperative that these people silence me. Plain and simple. I've told you about people that I had to deal with right in front of my door right here. You understand what I'm saying? I tell people, look, when you call me, know that this conversation is being listened to. Plain and simple. I can't tell you how many times my MySpace, Facebook, email accounts, websites get shut down. You understand what I'm saying? I know they listening. You understand what I'm saying? To a degree, I know these days are numbered for me. You understand what I'm saying? But I have to do what I have to do because I know they got to do what they have to do. My house burning down, that wasn't no accident. That wasn't no accident. But see, I'm not tied to the material. You know, this is where I do photography and make music in here, and I ain't skip a step. And I really appreciate all the people like, you know, y'all's people stepping up. You know, brothers was just putting money in my hand when they see me in the street. They was going online and going to PayPal and putting money in my account to make sure that I stayed alive. And the people actually stepped up, man. And if I wouldn't be if it wasn't for the people.
Yeah, because the people are waking up. They're getting aware
exactly.
now.
And you know what they said themselves? That Professor Griff, man, but I may not agree with everything he got to say or the way he say it, but hey, man, that brother's a soldier. And if they came at that brother like that to silence him like that, I gotta support the brother. I mean, $5, I ain't gonna miss that. You understand? The people were giving me used books. I had 3,000 books, man. All my books couldn't even fit in these 3 rooms.
That's real.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I had a DVD library that'll blow your mind. And to come home, I wasn't even in town at the time. To come home and look at the shell of my house, I'm like, God damn. So I'm walking in, you know, with a wet t-shirt over my mouth. I'm going through, seeing if I could salvage some things. It was like critical. And then for the insurance company to fight me tooth and nail, even down to the lawyers, man, just probably paid off.
So have they ever tried to approach you, though, and try to get you in with you knowing so much? I'm pretty sure that, has anybody ever tried to approach you to get you into this so-called?
Let me tell you what your man Hustle Simmons said to me. I'm at the Million Man March, or the Million More Movement, I think it was the one after that. Behind stage, dignitaries and all the important people were there. So I'm talking to Russell, and I'm like, look, man, did that whole Jewish thing affect your life like it did me? He says, man, all you had to do was make a hit record, and that would have been that. Or basically, in other words, all you had to do was come on in. Basically, you understand what I'm saying? Chill the fuck out. We would hit you off, just kind of like, everything would have been cool. You mean to tell me all this time my life has been ruined? I've been poisoned, shot at, house burned down, all kicked out of Public Enemy, all this shit, and you tell me in a fucking fleeing moment behind stage somewhere that all I had to do was make a hit record? Oh, damn. That goes to show y'all, man. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. You understand what I'm saying? Right now I'm feeling like Tupac. They don't give a fuck about us, man.
They killed that brother, man. That brother was on something.
You got to question Quincy Jones about that. Quincy Jones set up those sex rings, and Quincy Jones had called Tupac in to go through the homosexual ritual, and when he turned him down, when he turned Quincy Jones down, and Quincy Jones found out that he was engaged to Quincy Jones's daughter, that's when Tupac was marked for death. Quincy Jones's daughter was best friends with Aaliyah. Aaliyah was mocked. Aaliyah connected to Dame Dash. Dame Dash was mocked.
From Dame.
It's all connected, man.
To start that,
Michael Jackson was mocked. It's all connected. It's all connected, man. Read the Tavistock Institute. Every lecture I show this book. These are written by white boys long before us. This was going on. They came to America as operatives.
I have no motherfucking fear. I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine, and I will do anything to protect and feed my family. And these niggas represent a threat. Because I worked too hard on this. And as far as hip-hop and all of that, I feel as though I'm not the god of hip-hop, but what we do on the West Coast, I sold 5 million in 2 months. Biggie album been out 2 years. He's barely touching 2 million. This nigga that had 50 remixes, 1,000. He got everybody in New York in his videos and still barely touching 2 million. I've been out 2 months. My shit sold 5 million with 2 videos out. I'm just starting. These niggas can't touch us. They can't. They can't. Really, it's funny.
Do you think the new era of rap is like non-thug life or whatever? Like, where do you see it?
That's what they want to do.
Okay.
That's what they want to do, because now everybody is shell-shocked and they having trauma. We've been having traumatic nights always. I want to get away from it a lot. I tried to get away from it, but you can't. That's what they taught me.
Right.
The streets didn't teach me that thug life can never die. The world taught me that. I thought I could retire and move on. When I moved on to the so-called real world, the civilized world, these motherfuckers is worse than the niggas in the streets. They was telling, I had little girls writing to me crying, saying you got raped in jail, I'm so sorry. That shit right there is what will fuel the anger that will never die. I had to write letters to 1,000 little kids explaining to them that I would be dead before a motherfucker would rape me, and you know that. So, as far as everybody, there is no mercy in my heart. You know what I mean? I'm not out here on no wild shit like I was before. This is not the same Tupac, believe me. I'm just very pissed off. And don't think because you see me at an award show smiling or giving away an award, or because I don't fight at this time, and that don't mean I ain't mad. I'm pissed off. And this ain't, don't tell me ain't nothing wrong and we should all be together and woo woo woo, because y'all niggas ain't getting no more money. You ain't getting no money because I made it that way.
You have groups coming out, you produce
Yeah,
groups and
the
stuff?
Outlaws.
Oh, really?
I murdered Thug Life and gave birth to the Outlaws. I murdered Thug Life. Them niggas ain't act right. I murdered all of them, as far as the music business. And I gave birth to the Outlaws. And they all blood relatives. Now I got a military, not mob like Italians, but mob like we've been mob orientated all our lives. Fuck that shit they be telling me about, because everybody's saying because we choose to be organized now that we are emulating Italians and we should emulate Italians because they don't like us. Motherfuckers got it twisted. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got organization because we peak game. And it's not the mob really that we seeing, it's really the government. They the biggest mob. That's who we study. Governments. Just like me, they say this guy's Mr. Duplicity. He's always saying this good shit to the females, and he say ho and this and that. See, that's where you're wrong. First you tell all the niggas, they tell him Too Short, he never say nice shit. And they telling him he's a horrible person. I say one bad shit on one side, a good shit on the other side, and I'm Mr. Duplicity. What does the world want? They have to sit their politically correct ass down and figure out what it is they want, because they bullshit.
Do you read a lot?
All the time.
All the time.
I'm really into books. I'm
What's
into
your
the part.
favorite type?
Right now, I'm into Mastering the Art of War, The Art of War. I just found all these new books. Thoughts of a General, How to Win an Argument Every Time, The Buying of a President. What's that book I got? The Russian guy? Stalin. I got that. Christopher Darden book. You'll Never Work Again in Hollywood. Whatever that is, when they talking about people that slept together. I'm reading that. A lot of different things, but mostly shit on what built generals and what made countries and what I want to read what Clinton read. Because he does the same shit I do, but don't, get in trouble. All his homeboys commit suicide. He get caught with his pants down in the bathroom, and this nigga is still the president. I got women, marching outside my shows. This nigga is the fucking president. I'm 24, he's 40. What's his excuse?
Oh, Machiavelli, you've told me nothing I don't already know. Ah, Sun Tzu.
You understand politics, you think you understand political parties. You're all full of crap. You don't know what the Illuminati is. If you're Republican or you're Democrat, you're wrong! Why? It's this easy. It's called divide and conquer. That's why there's two parties and only two. And they're controlled by the same people at the very top who belong to the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberger Group. They also belong to the Trilateral Commission, and you people don't even know what the hell that is. But if you did know, you would know that these are the people that control your world by making global policies that you never vote on, and by which parties both serve and belong to these organizations and control your world. Now, here's how it works. Really easy. Divide and conquer can only work if the people that are divided are not aware of the falsely created division. If you're not aware of it, then it works. If you know about it, then it don't work no more. If you have socialism without capitalism, it becomes communism. If you have capitalism without socialism, it becomes fascism. And it's just that easy.
I love you.
That's all you need to know. That's why Masonic symbols are all over your freaking money. But you don't pay any attention. Ridiculous. This guy...
So, you know, moving forward, it's some other things we want to talk about. Obviously, this getting a lot of play now. It's coming to the forefront. People really wasn't aware of it. Even myself, back in the day when Pac did the album Illuminati, and I just thought it was just a catchy name or whatever the case may be. But now I'm aware. I'm like, you know, he was basically dissing the Illuminati. So I'm automatically convinced that that's who got him killed, just by comparing both of the names. But you know, for the viewers who are not too aware of the Illuminati, what is the Illuminati?
Well, like real basic and like elementary teachings, the Illuminati simply means holders of the light, the torch bearers, the light bearers. Anything dealing with the light, because they feel that they are the ones that's going to lead the way into this new millennium. So when you see the light bearers, you're actually talking about this hidden hand, so to speak, of people who really truly control things. So when you hear the Illuminati, it's the illuminated ones, the light bearers, the torch bearers. And the prime example of that is when you see the Olympics. They take the torch through every city in town, every city, and it comes to America, and they pass the torch. That's a sign of the Illuminati. The Statue of Liberty is the sign of the Illuminati. Shell gas station. The shell is not an actual shell, it's a rising sun. MasterCard, because they call themselves men of towardness, those that operate between the rising and the setting suns, because they're sun worshippers and they believe in the light. You understand what I'm saying? That they're the light bearers. So they leave signs and symbols. I could take out a dollar bill and break it down from top to bottom, back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? These are the people that hid themselves, woven themselves into the fabric of every aspect of America. Politics, education, religion, every facet of America. I'm gonna keep this, all right? Okay. So like I was saying, right? When you talk about the Illuminati hiding themselves, here you have the all-seeing eye on top of a pyramid acting as the capstone. You understand what I'm saying? Inside, if you connect the dots, drawing out a Star of David, you'll see the word Mason. All right? But actually, the word Mason, if you scramble the letters around, is the ancient order of the Noble Mystic Shrine. All right? But not only that, see, they hide cute little things like that because they know that we don't know the symbols, symbology. We're not symbol literate. So when you read it further, it says Nuit Coetus, which is Latin, Novus Ordo Seclorum, announcing the birth of the New World Order. Well, shit, the New World Order is already here. This is about to play out.
With all due respect, some people will watch this and think, what are they talking about? They're crazy. This is not possible. What would you say to those people?
I would say that before I was told by a government tax attorney, I just want to say that, by a government tax attorney and a government investigator who does criminal investigation for the IRS, they told me, I said, you know, I was looking through the county records for things on the property and I saw this Rondell Quaid. It's really a weird coincidence. They said, go get the probate file. That happens all the time. I went straight up there and got the probate file, and there's no body, there's no dead person, there's no headstone, there's nothing to do with that person. There's just $7 million going through what's called bank accounts. I never knew what a probate file was. It's a manner to embezzle. That's all it is.
Has anyone threatened to kill you?
Not call me on the phone, but
That's
I mean,
not
when
true.
I get in,
That's not
well,
true.
it's
Remember
when I have people representing me, they get calls in the middle of the night saying, "Is Randy there?" And these are people that I'm doing business with, and they follow us. They tail us. They tag our cell phone. They hack our computer. We can't send email. We make a call, and right in the middle of the call, the whole system will shut down. And,
if you had to guess, who do you think is doing
well,
that?
I think it's Alan Wattenmaker. I think it's
say the estate planner.
The estate planner, and it's I think it's the estate planner, Alan Wattenmaker, and I think Lloyd Braun has something to do with this. And
do you fear for your life, both of you?
I do. Well, you know what it is? It's not something that I'm afraid somebody's going to come up and shoot me or anything, but because of how the infrastructure of our life has been so decimated. I mean, it's been right down to the ground, okay? And we cannot function, okay? I cannot get a credit card. I cannot
Randy's
open
the
a
voice of
bank
credit
account.
card.
And I was a voice of a major credit card.
For 5
I cannot,
years.
Which credit card?
Capital One.
I cannot.
For 5 years, until last year.
I can't go to a hotel. I can't
Tell 'em about
rent a
last
house.
night.
I can't
Tell 'em
buy
about
a
what
house.
happened last night.
Last night we tried. We went
where-
for 3 hours trying to get a hotel room in this town. Nobody would.
Look, every jar of peanut butter has this same symbol on it. I think there might be some kind of conspiracy.
That's ridiculous. Turn in your paper or face the consequences.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to follow this through, even if it means I have to talk to the creepy librarian with the burned ear.
Yes? I'm afraid we've got some chocolate in our peanut butter.
Let go of me!
You stumbled upon the most dangerous secret in American history. Now they want you to pay for it with your life. Steve, this conspiracy dates back to the Civil War.
Wow! George Washington Carver didn't invent peanut butter.
That's right. You're one of the few people outside of the Illuminati who knows this secret.
The Illuminati?
That's who's chasing us. A secret society dedicated to concealing this truth at all costs. This is their mysterious symbol.
He said it was time the truth came out. We have to tell everyone.
Yes, but no one will believe it.
And I think that's why Mike was messing with Quincy.
No, you see, but you got to understand something. Mike rejected it like Tupac rejected it.
But you don't think he was a part of it at first? I mean, because Mike was older when he rejected it. Mike didn't start rejecting it maybe until he turned about 40.
Mike didn't know any better.
That's what I'm saying. So all them kids being put in his bed and stuff, wasn't that
Why would they
Quincy
put among him? Precisely the point.
That's what I'm saying. So was Quincy behind the scenes putting the kids in the bed?
No, I'm not talking about Quincy, but I'm talking about those people that surrounded Mike are connected to the people that surround Quincy.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's like, you know, do your thing. We got to initiate you. We got to bring you in, whatever. Go on YouTube and listen to Michael Jackson's speeches.
Oh, yeah, I was here. Yeah, I heard that whole little tour he was setting up.
When he rejected the whole ritual thing, he's like, no. He was losing his mind for a minute, hanging a baby out of the window because he was wrestling with it. Then they came at him, and it was like, look, man, we're going to bring you up on charges, dude. Take pictures of your fucking freckles on your dick. You understand what I'm saying? And at that point, we were already like, the hell with Michael Jackson. Then Cat Williams came out and said what he said about Mike. But Cat Williams was correct when he said those mansion parties, and y'all don't understand what go on with that shit, man.
See, now you have to bring my viewers up to speed on that, because the whole Cat, I'm not even hip to that, what was said about that. What did Cat Williams?
Cat Williams said they was letting him in, and the stuff that he was seeing was blowing his mind. And I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't want to believe it, watch in the next couple of years. They coming after Cat Williams. Cat Williams tell too much truth. They coming after Cat Williams, man. Seriously. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the whole idea of Michael Jackson rejecting it and they bringing him up on charges and this kind of thing, that's public humiliation. Then they set up the doctor, to be around Mike in his presence, and they provided the medicine for him to give the mic. Oh, come on, man. That's covert operation, dude. That's CIA.
And that's why the Jackson's family is not kind of talking, because I already know they've been threatened. And that's why they not saying nothing. Joe like, I ain't nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
So
if you want to live, shut the hell up.
And that's pretty much what it is.
That's what it is. And a lot of times, we don't have a lot of time to tell the entire story, but I hope within the next 6 months, I'll be able to decode the stuff that I'm showing you here, especially, you know, how they murked William Cooper.
Oh, I have that book at the house.
You understand what I'm
Behold
saying?
the Pale White Horse, yeah.
William Cooper, Alex Constantine, John Coleman, who also wrote the Committee 300, John Potash, these people that don't look like us, but they've documented it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? We got to get back to basics, man. We got to start reading. We back in the day, when I was coming up, we made it popular to stand out on the corner and kind of show people what we know and what we studied. That's not popular anymore.
Oh, now you
understand what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. But we got to bring that back. Straight up, brothers. Y'all got to start reading, dude. A lot of y'all call me and want to run up on me in the street at the fucking grocery store 3:30 in the morning trying to prove your point, but you don't read shit. I came up during the day there wasn't no internet, so I had to read.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you have to read.
But the internet, I can honestly say, bless blessed us to
It's a-
hear,
yeah, it's a
hear
blessing
real,
and a curse,
hear, yeah, to hear real people like you though.
Oh, give thanks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To
Right.
be able to, because you know, like you said, if it was just strictly on reading, then I would be totally ignorant. You know, I'm just now starting to get my reading on, so to speak.
Yes,
but it
that's
takes
it.
the internet to
Right.
make me want to read.
That's the man in you admitting that. You understand what I'm saying?